Everybody's a starter. We go out there and we compete. It don't matter who's up there. We both get good work. No matter who's out there.
No particular guy that you kind of like, don't want to get up against him?
I'll go against anybody. It's going to make me better. It's not going to hurt me at all. It's going to make me better. It don't matter who goes up there. I'm going to go out there and compete. That's what I like to do.
What are you doing to help the young guys out?
Whatever they need. I know I was in that position, so whatever they need, they ask questions, I go out there and try to help them best as I can. As much as I know, I try to teach them and show them little things that can help them get open. If a defender's close, what can get that release. Whatever I can do to help them, I'll go out there and tell them.
Tell me what you see out of Dion and Ray Ray.
They got a lot of potential like anybody else will see. Obviously, you can see they can play. If they couldn't play, they wouldn't be here. I mean, they're going to go out there and just handle business. One thing I love is that they go out there and compete. It don't matter who's up there. Anybody go up there, they're going to give it their all. And that's what I like more than anything about them.
You don't seem like a guy that wastes time with nonsense. Do you spend any time saying, these are my goals for this year, I'm going to have so many catches, so many yards, or is it all about the end result for you?
To be honest, I don't write down my goals with the season. I know whatever is in Jesus' plan for me, it's going to happen. I mean, I go out there and as best I can just go out there and compete, and then whatever happens, happens. I mean, I always got a goal in mind, but if I don't get it, I'm not mad because I didn't set my goal. I don't know. I just set my goal out the best I can be each and every day.
We've asked all the other offensive guys if they come out and see us, what's the difference this year between having Coach Morris last year and having both Coach Scott and Coach Elliott this year?
I don't really know. They both call the plays. They get you open. They both call some good plays. I mean, I know tempo is going to be is always big for us. I mean, I can't really tell the difference from it.
When you were able to get past the bowl game last year and look back on the season, was there any one game that stood out above any other for you?
Not really. To be honest, I took it all in. First year, just take it all in, playing these different people, different teams, going and traveling, just taking it, all the atmosphere, and it was just a blessing to be out there. So I was just taking it all in. It was a great experience for me my first year, and just being blessed to be out there.
To watch you guys go against the defensive backs, the kind of battles you guys have out there, it's pretty intense. How well does that make you as a receiver, knowing that you're going to get this every day in practice? So when you go out on Saturdays, you know.
Oh man, it's great. We go against some of the best, and we go out there and compete and just have fun. And going into Saturday, it's just you feel more polished, you more ready. You face this every day in practice, so when you go into the game, it's just like second nature, whatever you do.
How much trash talk is going out on this practice field between you guys and the defensive backs?
I mean, we really don't trash talk, but if it's competitive plays, we get after it. If you don't talk, I mean, it's just boring. So we're going to do a little bit talking, going at each other, but at the end of the day, we know it's all love, and we're just going out there to compete.
When you see a guy like Renfro kind of take it to McKenzie a couple times like we saw the other day, is that just kind of talk about the level of competition, how you guys are trying to outdo him?
To be honest, it don't really matter about who's out there. I mean, Renfro's going to give it his all every day. It don't matter who goes up against him. That's what I love about Renfro. It don't matter who it is. He gives it his all. And from me, I look at Renfro, I look up to him, even though most people don't know that. I look at him and I see how he does his thing, and he just goes out there and give it all. And I love watching him play.
I remember a couple years ago when Vic Beasley was going against Brandon Thomas. They liked that clash because they made each other better. You and McKenzie, same deal at all when you're going against each other?
Of course, he's gonna make me better. I make him better. I mean, I just feel like we go out there and we give it our all. We gonna get better eventually. You know, it's just a matter how much effort you're gonna give. You just gonna let him outdo you. He's gonna outdo you. Just going out there and just compete. It's basically all we have to do each and every day.
Do you have goals individually this year?
I don't. Just get better than I was last year.
I have to. You're such a quiet guy a lot of times. What makes you tick? What drives you to come out here and do this?
The reason why I do what I do? Oh, my mother. I see how hard she works every day, and she gets up in the morning, 5 o'clock every day, and she goes out there and grinds. So I feel like I owe this to her to go back there and just play the game that I love. Jesus gave me this gift, so I'm going to use it the right way and take advantage of it. So I see how hard my mom works, and I just like to give back so she don't have to work anymore.
I was wondering if that had anything to do with the tattoo across your chest.
Actually, this is my grandma. It also has something to do with her, too. My grandma had her name on my chest. And I know when I was starting high school, just to see her and how she always smiled when I used to play, and it's just a great blessing. It just brightens her eyes when I go out there and play, and I just want to do it for her as well.
What does your mama do?
My mom, she's a nurse. She also is in school right now. She's grinding, just like I am. She's grinding.
Nursing and going to school, that is pretty intense, because nursing's not easy.
How does it feel to have all this Tampa talent on the roster right now? The 813 representing.
It's good. It's good to have some players from back home. We all sit there and talk about if we would have played them and all this stuff. It's just good to just have that atmosphere coming in, just having people from all over the place just come together, bring each other's talent, what we have, and we work on it. It's just go there and have fun.
So I have to ask, do you and your mom swap school stories about who had the hardest day? I mean, are you able to talk about it with her?
Nah, I know she works pretty hard, but we don't really talk about it. But I know she's hurting. I know I can just see it in her face sometimes. She comes home from work and I talk to her, I can hear it in her voice. But I know she's out there grinding, but I wouldn't compare her work to my work.
And what's your mama's name?
Janetta.
Janetta?
Yeah.
So when you're out there on the field last week and it's 100 degrees and it's hot, I mean, do you ever find yourself thinking about her?
Oh yeah, to keep me pushing, going through. Yeah, and also I look at it as like I know my mom's grinding. I get that mental toughness, and I also just it's out there people who don't have the gift that I have to go out there and play, and I try to look at it from their perspective. They know they'll love to be doing what I'm doing. So I just look at it as in that perspective. If I was in their shoes, they wouldn't be where I am. So I just feel like I have to get back at it, push through whatever I'm going through, because it could be a lot worse than what it is.
You looking forward to returning some punts and kickoffs this year?
Yes, sir. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I mean, it's good to get out there and just have fun with it. I know what I can do, so I'm just going to try to help the teams the best I can.
So, Tim Brown's in the Hall of Fame this weekend, wide receiver, and did you know he was taking punt returns 17 years in as a veteran? Did you realize that a guy like that was still returning punts? Because you guys got to have a different mentality to return punts and kickoffs, right?
Yeah, it is pretty different. You gotta have the heart for it. You gotta have a drive. You just know how your ability is to go out there and run, and you see things other people don't see from the sidelines. So you just gotta have like a feel for it. I feel like.
I want to ask you about the Twitter policy, which has been here since